music, man. I miss the music.
I know it, man. All right. All right. What's up, Cowboy Nation, Cowboy Headquarters, and America's team? It's your guy, G, the #1 Cowboy fan. Hampton coming at you live, direct, and correct with some more news. That's right. I said some more news that you can use. And here we are. I think we need to be playing some sad songs and doing some slow driving right about now, fellas, because that's just the way it was on the last week.
Drive
oh, my
slow,
gosh,
homie.
bro.
Hey, thank you, Seattle.
We might need to be turning. Hey, I don't know why
Thank
we turn. Yeah, we can give big props to Seattle.
Thank you, Seattle. Appreciate it. Appreciate the help.
Oh my gosh, what a weekend, baby. And here we are trying to figure this thing out called football. We got a couple of things that we need to talk about because Michael Parson let them have it. And we got a video on that. We'll get to that in a little bit. But before we get started, I got to give a big shout out to everybody. There he is, our WWE guy, Ivan Sosa. And with that being said, let's get ready to huddle. All right. Yeah, that's where we are. But anyway, man, here we are. We want to give big thanks to all our followers and subscribers that follow us on this channel, the Cowboy Huddle, where we come together in the huddle and talk Cowboy talk. And without further ado, let me introduce the heavy hitters that I have on the panel tonight on What's Up Wednesday. And right below me is our guy all the way from Denver to Canada to Arlington to Mexico to Bahamas to St. Troy, whatever you want to call it. It's our guy, Dallas Cowboy Chris, aka the big fella. Give it up. Yeah. And let me give a big shout out to the guy that's got all us putting on these t-shirts, long sleeves and everything, because he's showing the guns today. It's our guy. Allow me to butt in. And last but not least is our guy that got 5 million trillion followers on TikTok. It's 21 Armando 21. Give it up. All right, man. All right, here we are, man. So, how's everybody doing? Everybody, I know that's probably the wrong thing to say today, right now, but we all right?
Hey, man.
Can't hear you, Mondo. You muted, Mondo.
My bad, y'all. But it's cloudy. It's gloomy over here. It's pretty much how my weekend went. But
hey, but we got a little ray of sunshine out of the weekend.
A little ray, yeah.
A little ray. Just a small ray of sunshine.
Yeah, a small ray of sunshine that beamed through them clouds. Gave us that clinching spot. But it was a tough game to watch all around. With this bipolar team sometimes, but
yeah,
it's just
we're gonna talk about it, man. We got a lot to talk about.
Yeah, we do.
A lot to talk about.
We got a lot to talk about. So with that being said, man, let me get right on into it. I gotta he'll be right back. But let's get on right before we get started, because we got a lot to talk about. But let's give our big shout out to to those that make this possible. Can you remove that for me? Yeah, there we go. Big thanks to Cowboys on Deck, Cowboys Fan 365. We them boys 520 boys, Queen of Honor by Cowboys Fan Club Mexico, Cowboy Fan Zone 24/7 Guadalajara, Hard Hitter Lifestyle, 1-Star 1 Family, and our Cowboy Can Fan across the border, and all those that make this possible, man. We just want to give a big shout out to all you guys for following us and helping us get to where we are today. Give it up.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Big fella, how you feeling, brother?
Real quick, let me give a shout out to check out Boys in the Zone, EJ Savage, man, on Twitter, man. I never win anything, and I won a raffle. And I showed it on the Three Amigos, but I never win anything, man. So I was excited.
Boys in the Zone, is that what it's called?
Yeah, they're called Boys in the Zone.
That's fresh.
Got me a dope.
All right, give it up to Boys in the Zone.
Sure.
Damn. I never win anything, so I might need to get in on that. Dang, that's what's up.
Bro, I'm telling you, I was like,
there's some of these comments before we get started. What'd you say?
I say he messaged me and I was like,
What was that?
I'm getting scammed. You already know. You know us old heads. We think we're getting scammed. We're like, nah, we getting scammed.
You just won.
I won what?
Came through, man.
What you mean I won? I don't remember signing up for nothing.
Yeah, really. I ain't signing up for that. It's yours. All you have to do now is pay $99.95. Cowboy Babe said, hello, everyone. Well, it was embarrassing to watch that game, but it's okay. The Cowboys will bounce back. I have faith in my boys. Cowboys all day. You know, now, see, that's comfort right there. Thank you, Cowboys Babe, because you just gave us all a little hope and a little comfort. Thank you. Yeah. Hey, big fella, what's going on with you, brother? What's going on? Tell us something.
Man, I'm cold chilling in the place to be on What's Up Wednesday, the Dallas Cowboy Huddle. You know, happy to be back, man. You know how it goes, man. When I'm hanging with the fellas talking about little Cowboys, I'm excited.
Yes, sir. I heard, you know,
y'all might
word
see
around town is you was
international
this week.
I'm sorry,
Chris. Hold on, Chris. These guys here. Wait a minute. Let me point my finger. These guys here. They might not caught that phrase you just used. You said an 80s phrase, cold chilling.
Chilling.
Give it up.
Place to be. I'm always tell you my age. I'm cold chilling in the place to be.
Well, give us a little update on your little visit, man, across the board over in Canada. How was it?
Man, it was.
What's up, baby?
It was probably one of the best experiences I've had in a long time, man. Shout out to the Cowboy Can fan, man, for being great hosts. Man, Adam came and grabbed me from the airport, which was an hour and 15 minutes away from where he lives.
Bless.
They live in Chilliwack, British Columbia. Which is when I say it's a beautiful city, I mean, dude, it's just gorgeous. You drive in, you like in a valley, but you're surrounded by these big, huge mountains with snow tops and everything like that. Crashed at his pad, man. Got the tour of the Can Fan studio, man, which I wish we had, you know, where we could all get together and watch football and, you know, also broadcast too, man. That was an experience because I normally I gotta watch the game and I'm just so focused, you know, it's no commentary out of me because I'm so focused in the game. But that was the first time I actually did that, man. It was quite exciting, even though our Cowboys shit the bed and didn't give us anything to cheer about. But just doing it, man, was awesome. Ended up at a sports bar watching the games on Saturday, which was cool, man. The hospitality for the folks in Canada, man, is amazing. It reminds you, G, of this Texas hospitality. You know how we are. We're gonna greet you and we're gonna show you as much love as we can, and the folks in Canada are the same way. It was fun, man. I can't wait to get back up.
I got a question, big fella.
Yes.
All right, that's what's up.
What was that on the fries? What was those fries?
All right. That they got a dish called poutine. Okay. All it is French fries, dark gravy with cheese curds. So when you get the meal, you're supposed to mix it all together so the cheese would melt. Okay. So I mean, it's fries and gravy. I mean, that's basically what it is. But it's
fries and gravy.
It's
potatoes.
It's potatoes. I tell them, I say, man, this is just French fried mashed potatoes. That's what it is. You know what it is. But what I did, you know, I'm from the South, so I want a little spicy. So one of the homies had some nachos. He had peppers. I said, man, give me them peppers. And I threw them joints in it.
Bro.
I said, oh, it's perfect now. It's perfect, you know.
Gave you a little kick.
Yeah, gave it a little kick. But he tell me they do it all different. It was another restaurant that we didn't get to go to. They actually serve it like with brisket if you want, or with chicken if you want. But it's just it's a Canadian thing, you know.
Yeah.
You know how we got brisket in Texas, briskets and ribs. They thing is poutine. So you know. That's what
I
it
don't know,
is.
but when I saw it, I had just came from my garage,
Yeah.
so it was looking really good. I was like, damn, that's fries and gravy. And
What is this?
Yeah, because they've been talking about it for a while, and I was like, look, man, give me an order of that damn poutine. Let me see what it is, and chased it with some of that that Molson, that Canadian beer, which was actually pretty damn good. I never had one before, but
nice.
hey, man, we had. I mean, we actually, bro, the 48 hours I was there, man, I enjoyed every 48 of it. It was great.
Yes, sir, man. Shout out to the Camp fam for sure, man.
And
Robert's saying that this is
go ahead.
Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Adam's son
go.
is he's about 10, 11 years old. Huge Cowboy fan, right? Now you notice I don't have my big chain anymore. I gave it to him. I said, man, here. I say, hey, bro, this is for you, man, because I'd never seen a kid so excited about the Cowboys in a long time. So and then I also gifted the Can fan with my belt. I say, hey, man, just for the hospitality, y'all can have it. And I didn't even tell him. I just left it on the couch. And once Adam dropped me off at the airport, I said, man, I left a gift for y'all, bro. And he called me back. He said, man, you gave us your effing belt. What can I do? He just, man, thanking me. And I was like, bro, thank you for your hospitality. This is the least I could do.
Yeah,
that's what's up. That's what's up.
Give it up for Cowboy Can fan, man, for the hospitality. Robert said, y'all need to come down to the 956 and hit the set. Man, you ain't said nothing but a thing, man. Let's go. We need to make that.
G saw the word island. And he said, "Oh, I'm there."
Hey, like in Texas, everything is down the street. Yeah, we'll be there.
Say no more. Flipper, go back up to Lickay. I think we got a new first timer here. Lickay Tapu. I chop up a name. Y'all better help me. But he said TikTok brought me here. What's up, Cowboy fans? Respect from the Raider fan. All right, appreciate you, man. Stopping through, man. Stopping through. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We appreciate you. So, all right, JS, what is that? JVS21. What they saying? All right, I got DJ Kai's in the house. All right, family. All right, good to hear from y'all. Oh man, appreciate it. JVS21 said, "Left out back to reality. Who you thought we were? Left out all this one suck, fellas. We was exposed. Still Pearl Peachy Cowboy. Man, we finna talk about it, 21. We sure finna talk about it. So just hang tight. Yep. So with that being said, let's get right into this, man. No more talk. No more talk. Let's get into it and start with the first thing. Let's start with the injury that it's been reported, about Zach Martin. We all know that Zach Martin went down. Yep. Well, come to find out what it was. It's been determined that it's a thigh bruise. And it's been pretty painful to work with for Zach Martin. Now, what had happened, he said the team is expected to hold a walkthrough on Wednesday and have a full practice on Thursday ahead of another road matchup against an AFC team, this time in Miami. So if Martin is unable to go against the Dolphins Sunday, they will turn to undrafted rookie TJ Bass. Brian Schottenheimer said that he did a nice job against Buffalo, and Jerry said he battled. So that's where we are, guys, with Zach Martin, which Rue, do you think that's an issue, or how do you feel about Bass filling in that position?
Of course it's an issue. Zach Martin is a Hall of Famer. Zach Martin is like arguably still the best. Yeah, no, he is the best lineman on this team. He is. It's not arguably. It's Zach Martin. Zach Martin is the anchor on the right side of this line. I don't feel that Bass did a bad job necessarily. Nobody did a great job on Sunday. Nobody did. And I really want to get into the game. This and I'm going to hold it. I'm going to hold it for when we ask it. But if you're asking me, if the loss of Zach Martin is huge, it 100% is. Absolutely, it is. And I really, really hope that he comes back. I obviously don't want to rush him and turn a bruise into something else, but Bass is not Zach Martin. And, we'll see what he does next week. There's a lot of things that we need to go over in this Bills game, but Zach Martin will 100% be missed if he can't come back in a reasonable time.
Yeah. And that's basically what they're saying. They're going to see what happens on today and tomorrow, man. And I think it was one of our own men that actually ran into his leg or something. How you feeling about that, big fella?
Yeah, I was disappointed when I saw number 70 on the ground. You never want to see him on the ground of all people. I just to reiterate what Ruth said, when you see the Hall of Famer down, you get concerned. You know, even though Bass actually had a pretty decent game, man. I was me and the Can fan, we were trying to scramble who is our backup at guard. We couldn't figure it out. But when Bass came in, man, he actually did a decent job. That's probably one bright side out of the whole damn game, that he actually played decent. You didn't hear his name after he was introduced for Zach. But yeah, man, I'm really hoping that the Hall of Famer heals pretty quickly, man, so we can get him back on the field for this stretch run.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Well, let's get on right into this, man. As far as the matchup, man, as far as between the Cowboys and the Bills, man. Let's get right into that. Yeah. So let's look at these stats, man. So real quick, man. Time of possession, Cowboys 29.
Oh, don't do that. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
What happened?
Go ahead. No, I'm sorry. The stats. As soon as you said the stats, I was just like, "Oh,
No,
they're so bad. They're so bad." Oh my god!
It's just like a shot. It's gonna hurt for a minute, but you'll be okay. Just hold on. It's gonna sting for a minute.
Okay, we're gonna hold.
So, but we have to talk about this. We have to talk about this, guys.
Yeah, no, I'm ready. I wasn't ready for that punch to the gut,
I mean,
like right off the bat. I wasn't ready for that.
Yeah. I got to build this thing up because I want y'all to get this off your chest tonight, Jack. Because I know the people want to hear what y'all got to say. So here it is, guys. Cowboys time of possession 24 to the Bills 35 minutes. First downs, Bills 28, Cowboys 14. Total yards, Cowboys 195, Bills 351. Passing yards, Cowboys 106, Bills 85. That's another what? I could use a what?
I told you
rushing yards. Rushing yards, Cowboys 89. Bills 266.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Damn.
Oh, that hurts.
So let's stop right there, man. Let's stop right there, guys. Oh, y'all saw it. Y'all saw what happened. And 21 Amando, let's start with you, bro. Now we're not gonna beat around it, but we can dig right into it, man. So
it was
what
bad.
Happened? What happened?
It was bad. We like I talked about earlier. We saw this bipolar team come to life. We saw what we did to the Eagles. We said, "Hey, this is it. This team is gonna dominate." We go to Buffalo and we have another San Francisco game. I don't know if it was the weather. The reports that came out about the Cowboys, this flu that was going around in the locker room. Whatever it was bad all around. It was bad all around. Like you guys mentioned earlier, we saw our Hall of Famer go down. And so it was a tough game all around. I was telling G earlier that we saw this run, and I felt like we were doing good, and then all of a sudden we didn't see it anymore. I believe G was talking about Tony Pollard only had 15 touches,
11,
man. So it's like what happened with the run. I felt like it was going, and we stopped it, and then defense. I don't know, man. This I don't see how. And I get we lost Jonathan Hankins, right? But man, they ran all over us like we were just like it was nothing, and they kept running the same play over and over, and we were just taking it, and it was just bad, man. It was just bad. So you know, I don't, where do you put blame? Is it the coaching? Was it the, it was so bad all around. So it makes you, kind of, where's the blame to go? Is it the coaching? Is it, what happened here? It just left us with a lot of questions and no answers. That's how I felt about this game. A lot of questions, no answers. Man, that was tough.
Facts. Big fella, come on with it, man.
Oh,
Come on with it.
mine is very simple. Mine is very simple. We got mollywop.
Molly.
We went up to Orchard Park and got our ass whipped. It ain't no excuses. Ain't no ifs, ands, and buts about it. You win. If I told you that Josh Allen won't throw for 100 yards, you think we blew them out? You thought we'd have blown them out?
Yeah,
dude. He didn't even have to throw because when Cook was getting the ball, bro, he was 6 yards downfield before anybody even showed up. And then
who was that?
They
Big fella?
Cooks.
Wait, never heard his name before.
Well, I have, but you never thought that he was going to, run all over. And I was like, well, what scheme are we running today? Because they telling you what, because on the Three Amigos show, the first thing I said was the Cowboys need to run the ball, establish the run because of the weather. Well, the Bills had the same idea, but they executed it. Yeah. Excuse me. The Cowboys, like Armando said, they had the game plan of running, and they are the world famous team of getting away for something that was working. Because Tony Pollard was busting 4, 5, 6 yards a pop when he was getting the ball. And then all of a sudden, they decided, we ain't going to run him no more. Let's sit Tony Pollard for about 10 minutes. Let's sit him for 10 minutes, and then let's bring him back in when we're down 21-3. And then now you got to throw the ball. The pass wasn't working, man. Kudos to the Bills defensive coordinator. Yep. They had a plan of attack. They did it, and the Cowboys had no answer for them on offense or defense. We truly got out-coached. We got outplayed, and that's all it is to it. There's no other excuse you can give, but you got your ass whipped and got mollywopped up in Orchard Park.
Wow. Well, you heard it first. The big fella that have played his case and what he thought took place on Sunday afternoon. Allow me to butt in, Rue.
We're gonna say mollywop.
Yeah.
Like
that's a good word for it, because that's pretty much sums it up. So, Rue, come on with it, man. Fill us in. What's going on? How you feeling? And what did you see? And
for me, I'm sick. I'm sick because they got outplayed on every aspect and every level of this game. They got outplayed on offense. They got outplayed on defense. They got played on special teams, and they definitely got outcoached. You got outcoached by the guy whose job I've been calling for since before this year. Like, you lost to a coach who finds ways to lose, like, creatively. I don't even know how you let that happen. This game was over after the first drive. And I didn't realize that watching the game, but when I watched it again, y'all remember that play where there was that big scramble, like it would look like a rugby huddle, and they just moved like another 7 yards for a first down?
That was like the third play of the game, wasn't it?
Yeah. That play
set the tone.
Set the tone for the entire freaking game.
Shit.
And what's worse, they marched down and score, which I'm like, all right, cool. I can live with it. The first drive was clean. They marched down, they scored, they did what they did. Cool. They weren't gonna not score any points in the game. I knew they were gonna score points, and I can live with them being at home. Hungry team came out. They're here to play. You should be too. So I'm expecting the same thing out of you. I get some of the most questionable play calling, and then I get nothing out of my first drive. I get nothing out of my first drive. We give the ball back. Your defense gets you a 3 and out. gives you the ball right back. What do? You get that shit right back to him. Before you know it, we're on the third drive, about to set up another 3 and out. And Sam Williams pulls off one of the worst punt blocks I think I've ever seen in my entire life. On 4th and 8. It's 4th and 8, bro. It's 4th and 8. Like, running into the kicker I can live with. But you should, number one, you should have blocked the damn punt. How did you not block that? It didn't even matter. The announcers didn't even know what to make of it. He's like anime in the sky, like jumping in front of his ass, like you scared of the ball or something.
You can
attack his. I straight up. You can attack his foot. Attack his foot. What are you doing? You're like a soccer player, like trying not to get hit by the ball. Like, I seen that shit from like kids in grade school playing soccer. Like, what are you doing? What are you doing? And we give Sam Williams a lot of credit on this panel, but damn, bro, what the hell was that? And then that turns into a touchdown. Now it's 14-0. We finally get a field goal. And then they march down. And it's like, bro, James Cook, Jonathan Hankins
ridiculous.
Jonathan Hankins is this year's LVE. His presence not being there is very noticeable. Very. Yep. And I really want to give Mozzie the benefit of the doubt, but he got pushed around yesterday. Damone Clark got pushed around yesterday. Damone Clark going to be a damn block highlight for the next 5 years. They're going to show that block.
Yes.
They're going to show that block forever.
And got pancake.
He pushed him 20 yards down the damn field and then landed on him. Like that looked like the Blind Side movie when the kid threw him over the fence. Like that's what it looked like. It was that bad. It was terrible.
I was embarrassed for him.
We couldn't get out of our own way. It was literally, it'd be like 3rd and 4. Tony would bust off a run, holding, bring it back. Now it's 3rd and 12. We were in 3rd and distance the entire freaking game. We couldn't convert. We couldn't move the ball. And then, like, when you're finally in a position, it's like, I can't remember what drive it is, but you had this drive. We're down 14, I think 14-3 still at the point. And you get the first down, and it was beautiful. Finally, our first sighting of Hunter Lipke, 3rd and 1. Boom, first down. Oh we get into another 3rd and 1. Tell me what we do. Tell me what we do on the second 3rd and 1. 7-step drop, play action, sacked in the back. Like, what? 7-step drop on 3rd and 1? What are we doing? This don't even make sense. Run the damn ball. It's 3rd and 1. You're on your own 29-yard line. Let's just get the first down, live to play another drive. You 7-step drop, lackadaisical fucking play action, and you get sacked. And dude, like, there's so much to talk about with this game because, you know, Jonathan Hankins, that's looking like a really big injury right now because I expected more out of Oso Digizua. I expected Mozzie Smith to step up. I expected Neville Gallimore to get more involved. And Damone Clark got used and abused by James Cook on Sunday. Used and abused. How many touchdowns James Cook had? Like 4? The man had 110 yards through the first half. He finished with 210 overall, catching and receiving. That's absolutely insane. That's insane. He had a career day. You got guys like Josh Allen talking about after the game that he feels like the kid that was on the damn school project and didn't do nothing but still got an A. The man threw for like 95 yards. What?
And he got the game ball.
And won the game.
Bro, like, I'm sick, bro. I'm sick because it was
a disgusting display. It really was.
It was sick. And it was everywhere, bro. Even on special teams, I'm like, you know what, Turpin? Sometimes take a knee, bitch. You don't need to return everything. When you end up on the 15, it's really fucking annoying. That's 10 yards that you gave up. Like, no, stop this, man. Y'all are better than this. And you know what's the problem? I really wanted to look back because I wanted to look back to last season because obviously this road shit is a problem. We're 3-4 now on the road. So I wanted to look back to last season, right? I'm like, we got 5 losses last season. How many were on the road? Y'all know how many were on the road? 4 out of damn 5 were on the road. last year too. So we went 4-4 on the road last year. So this road shit has been a problem for two. Now it's a problem. Now it's a fucking problem. Because I don't care how desperate the Buffalo Bills were. The Buffalo Bills have been getting in their own way all year. You literally let them do what the Packers did to us last year. A 500 team came in there, let you into their building, and you freaking let them like mollywop your ass and shit. And the 4 games last year, 2 of them overtime. 2 overtime games, Jacksonville, Green Bay. Both on the damn road. This road thing is a problem. And I'll tell you this, I really need that 2 seed right now because I'm not getting the 1. San Francisco's not losing. I don't see them losing. If they do, it'll be a complete fluke to me. It's literally right now. It's San Francisco.
We won't get the 1.
It's San Francisco and everybody else right now. It is San Francisco and everybody else right now. Because if they do lose 1, they're not losing 2. They're not losing 2. So all roads lead through San Francisco. But I need the home games in these damn playoffs, man. Yep. And if they win out, we win out. It's going to come down to the percentages, and we have to beat the Dolphins, have to beat the fucking Lions, have to beat the Commanders, because it's going to come down to the win percentage, and we need those games to boost that thing up. Because the game you were supposed to win, you just lost in an ugly fashion. Like y'all didn't show up. They didn't go to Buffalo. That wasn't the Dallas Cowboys that went to Buffalo. That wasn't them.
Real.
They didn't show up. They didn't get off the bus. They didn't get off the plane. They didn't even travel.
They stayed in Dallas.
They've been sitting in Frisco.
That was them.
They watched the damn thing from the start. That's what happened because they didn't show up to play that day. They didn't show up to play on Sunday. Not even a little bit did they show up to play. It was a disgusting display all the way around, from Dak Prescott to the play calling to the defense and it was like it was everything. And I'm just so mad because it just gives you fuel for that bullshit that I keep hearing about this team. And I'm so annoyed by it. And I keep wanting to convince myself it's just 1 game. They're a desperate team that desperately needed this win.
It is.
And they are still a very talented team. Yeah. Everybody told me they were top 5 at the beginning of this year. Everybody told me they were a Super Bowl contender. And now everybody's telling me they have a shot at winning the division. And guess what? We have no bigger fans in the world right now than Bills Mafia, because I guarantee you they want us to beat the Dolphins this coming Sunday.
Oh, yeah, they do. Yeah. And, I would never, ever, and I said this, I would never celebrate another team's loss knowing what lies ahead for us. I won't do it because, I don't see that.
Thank you,
and
Seattle.
When I say that, I'm talking about, well, and it's true that we can thank Seattle, but I'm not. I refuse to mock, a team because hell, we just saw what happened with Buffalo, but now we got Miami. We thought we saw some of the offense with Buffalo. Get ready for this darn Pee Wee football team we get ready to face with razzle dazzles, flea flickers, halfback passes, swinging gates. I don't know what Dan Quinn is going to do, but let me say this here. One thing I can say is what I said earlier. Philadelphia is not the same team they were in previous years. They lost their offensive coordinator. They lost their defensive coordinator. And we did exactly what we needed to do to the Philadelphia Eagles. Now, come this game here, we saw 2 coaches on both sides of the ball that are a lot more seasoned than the coaches at Philadelphia. These coaches here, they're not falling for the banana in the tailpipe. They're not falling for the okie doke. These guys are seasoned on the offensive side and the defense. And I said, we should have won this game, but I knew it was going to be a lot different than what we did against Philadelphia. I thought we was going to use the same game plan to try to keep, Josh Allen under the umbrella and things like that. Well, evidently, they had a better plan. He said, we're not going to respect you. We're going to run this ball until you stop it. And they did exactly that. Now, our problem as far as the road game, I think we're trying to run the same type of style of offense that we do at home. And when I say that, I say that there's a problem with the communication. All the motions and, moving back and forth and all that. Sometimes it was so loud. I could even hear Dak say, "Here we go." I don't know.
They were on a silent count, right?
I could not even hear him
"Here we go."
No, he didn't. Not this game.
They were on silent count.
You're probably right.
I don't think he was saying "Here we go."
It was so loud though. I mean, it was. I mean, I thought Kansas City, but it was very, very loud at Buffalo. But I think the problem with Dallas on the road, they have a communication issue, and I don't know if they practice with noise at their practice field as if they're on the road, but they need to figure out how they're going to, you know, prepare for teams on the road because we're going to Miami. Now, let me say this here, and I watched the video. And this video was showing Buffalo's offense against our defense. Buffalo was actually running a heavy set, sometimes two tight ends, sometimes with an extra running back. But for whatever reason, we decided to continue to use a dime and nickel defense with a four-man front. With the linebackers that we have, there's no way. That's why we saw Damone Clark find his butt pancake on the 1 yard line. You have, if you see an offensive team running a heavy lineup, you have to match that. Chris, you know that in Pee Wee football, if they running double tight, you got to add an extra man on the line, and we failed to do that. And all they did was basically pull the tackle. Tackle came one way, and he followed right behind him. And for whatever reason, it seems like Dan Quinn he kept trying to run the slant rights and the slant left, and every time he called it, there was the wrong call. So again, it was piss poor on this defensive side of the ball, and I can't blame all of the defense because when you have an offense that cannot produce any points, we got to look at this offense as well. And I thought, for whatever reason, I thought we got past this shell defense. But again, this seasoned defensive coordinator say, you know what, we're going to sit on these routes and we're going to make him throw in the knee. But damn, we couldn't give him field goal range. So we got problems. But let me say this before I end. The person that was missing on our defense, and people, you can say what you want, we missed LVE. LVE was probably not the best player on the team, but he was the captain of the team. He knew how to line guys up where they need to be lined up. And right now, with Marquise Bell, Damone Clark still trying to learn the middle linebacker, they got their lunch ate. Now, what I did see Rashaan Evans. Rashaan Evans, I would not be surprised if Rashaan Evans is starting this week. Because when they was down the goal line, Rashaan Evans, I mean, every time he filled the hole. Every time. So this thing goes both ways as far as the offense and our defense, but I can't blame it all on the defense because our offense couldn't produce any points. And with that being said, when you have 4 major penalties that cost you, somebody needs to be held accountable. There's no accountability when these guys does this stupid stuff with these penalties. There's nobody held accountable, and they continue to do it. I don't care if you take some, have a withdrawal from the check or something, but they need to do something about these bonehead penalties. So, again, guys, we got some problems, and we might need to look into how we're going to fix this. And I guess that's the next question. How do we fix what we saw? Big fella, how do we fix what we just saw and that we don't repeat this? Because this offense we get ready to see this Sunday, whoo, good luck.
Well, I do have I have faith in them fixing the problem, because they fixed it after San Francisco. Excuse me. So, and they went on a little run. All right. So, we know runs have to come to an end. Of course, we didn't want it to come to an end like that. Basically, how you fix it is you get your butt back in that film room and you study and you study and you study. Watching the defense, I know we were talking about Odigizua and Mozzie not having good games, but if you go back and you actually watch the games, probably about 75% of their plays was off tackle. And like Gary said, they pulling the guard and the tackle, fold blocking and reach blocking, and man, when the offensive lineman is turning the corner, he still ain't got nobody to block because there's nobody there. Because when you slant your way out of plays, you just helped out the offense, man. A lot of times the Cowboys, won't just play a head up defense. They won't do it. And basically what Buffalo also did was they played to their strength and attacked our weakness. And our weakness on defense is our undersized linebackers. We have undersized linebackers. They're fast as hell, but if you run right at them, you can beat them up. And unfortunately, Damone Clark is going to be a highlight reel for the rest of the year for offensive lineman dominating somebody. Mm-hmm. Okay, it's because he's lighting the pants. He's lighting the pants, and his technique sucks. That's basically what happened. So the way we fix it, Jerry, is simple. You just got to get in there, man. You got to work your butt off. You got to study. You got to study. You got to study, because everybody thinks Miami is just this passing team. They run the ball a lot.
Yeah,
because they run just like San Francisco. It was San Francisco's offensive coordinator.
Yep, that's right.
It's the same thing. So all you have to do is go study San Francisco. You're going to see Miami. The only difference is they got more explosive wide receivers. That's the only difference. Wow. But their running game is the same. So, hey, Cowboys, you go. Hey, I when we had the teams who we were thinking about would be our biggest competition at this last 4-game stretch, I said Detroit. Rue said Buffalo, and Armando said Miami. I hope I'm wrong. I hope Armando's wrong. So I really do. But you can't come out there and disappear against this team. They'll put 70 on your ass.
Oh,
and that's proven.
They will. And they can do it quick.
Yeah. Well, we saw what they did.
That offense can score on. No, yeah. No, and you know what? One other thing I wanted to add about this Bills game, man. Where the hell was our coach? You went from this amazing game after your surgery to this. Where the hell did you go? Bro, the fumble is what kills me.
Man.
Because it never should have got to 14-0. They were given a damn. They were given that play, and they hurried up for you. And what pisses me off, it's the first half. You have all 3 timeouts. What the hell are you holding on to your challenge flag for? You get 2 of them. Throw that sucker as soon as you start seeing them hurry up to the line, whether they're bluffing you or not. Bro, I don't know how none of the players were like, hey, bro, I knocked that out. Because I know it was bang, bang. But, bro, that fumble that we missed, that we didn't challenge, that was clearly a fumble, clearly picked up by Wilson. And then it led to a touchdown, which I'm just like, where's our coach, bro?
Last week you talked about that, rule about how we took turnovers and we did something with them. And when we didn't, this is what happens. Yep. I think the first time we saw Philly, we was 3 turnovers and they all got him back, and we saw what happened. And this game is the exact same thing. And it's crazy because I thought about you when that happened. I was like, damn, here we go. They got their turnover, which should have been ours. But exactly, I don't know why he held on to the flag. You're seeing the hurry up offense. Something's going on.
Like they're coming quick for a reason, man. It's not by accident.
Something.
They're not out of time. Well, there was 12 minutes left. Like there's tons of time. Like what do you mean? What are you doing?
That comes from the lack of aggressiveness. That's just basically what it is. That's called passive coaching. That's being passive.
Yeah,
it was on the opposite side.
It wasn't on our side.
It was on the opposite side.
No.
It was not.
It was on Buffalo side.
Okay.
It was on Buffalo side.
I don't remember. We were driving that game.
If it was on our side, I'm about to be sick.
What would it had hurt? No, it was on the Buffalo side, but what would
you lose a timeout?
Hurt knowing
you still have a challenge left.
Exactly. So
you still had 2 more, and there's still plenty of time in the first half. It's the first half. You're gonna get 3 more timeouts. You don't need to hold on to those. They don't come with you.
But again, like I said, man, I had this game circled because I really felt that this is going to be a game to gauge.
Absolutely.
This was a gauging game. It was one to see where
I don't know. I blame Mikey, and we all know
Mikey, if you're listening.
What was that?
I said, just
blame
so the
Mike.
huddle knows.
Oh
I
yeah,
blame
yeah.
Mike.
I blame Mikey.
Ever since Mikey came on that morning, he was just, we gonna lose, and I was just like,
Yeah,
oh man,
yeah.
oh
He put the
But
mojo in the air.
why
yeah.
couldn't you guys just take what he had said? I mean, maybe he was on to something.
I mean,
Hey, man, you know
as
what?
Cowboy fans, we always feel like that.
No.
As Cowboy fans, we always feel like, damn, okay, is this gonna be the game? You know, but I didn't want to go into the game like that. I wanted to go into the game
Yeah.
from what I saw the week prior. We dominated these Eagles. I'm thinking we're gonna come out here and we're gonna show these people, you guys wanted to beat good teams. This is what we're gonna do, and we go out to me, I say we laid a goose egg. We scored that touchdown and at the end, and it was to me, it was a goose egg. We didn't do shit.
Yeah, a
So
little garbage
and
time.
Wavy he asked the question. So what do you gauge? We're gauging because regardless if Buffalo is 7-6, again, that's what I'm saying. These coaches are a different coach. This team is not no pushover team, and we saw that from that offensive line. The gauge was going to see number one, how we were going to do, because you got to go back to look and think. We've been playing in good weather. Oh, we've been indoors. Oh, it's sunny, and last 4 weeks we've been having great weather. We really
Yeah.
have. And I said, I circled this game for Buffalo. I said, you know what? It's going to be our first outside game with a possibility of bad weather, which it wasn't bad. It wasn't bad
It
weather,
wasn't
but it
even that
started
bad.
raining.
Yeah.
But not only that, just it wasn't that bad, but it could still affect the game, in which
Right.
the rain came down a little bit later and everything. But you have to gauge again, according to Josh Allen and his play and these coaches. I said, these are not the same coaches from Philadelphia. These are seasoned coaches, and they did exactly what I thought they were going to do. They out-coached us on both sides of the ball, and we did absolutely nothing to make any adjustments. So, yes, Buffalo was a game that we needed to gauge to see if we was actually about that business, just like the 49ers. We can bully the little bitty guys. We can but when it comes to bullying the bullies, we have a problem. When your quarterback only throws 98 yards and let your running game, after they ran 2 touchdowns, guys, it's time to do something different. Sometimes you have to make adjustments on the fly. I don't care if you didn't practice it, but what I'm not going to do, I'm not going to let you continue to run. Send me somebody in down to the box like they used to do against Zeke. They used to always load the box. I'm putting 9 guys in the box, 7, 8 guys in the box. We didn't even try it. We kept running a nickel and dime defense. 6 against
Man,
4. And you know what happens when you run 6 offensive linemen against 4 defensive linemen? You got somebody that's able to release and pick up your linebackers. Come on, Dan Quinn. God almighty. You got to know
I
better
gotta,
than that, bro. You
I gotta
cannot
tell
go
you though,
4
G.
against 6.
I gotta tell you though, G. That's what we do. That's our style of defense. That's the scheme that we run. We play small ball. That's what we play. And when we play teams that load the box and do all that other stuff, and they have the ability to go over the top, we don't have that option. That we play small ball. That's what we have. We have undersized. I mean,
Yeah.
Chris just told us we
And
have
that
undersized line. There is no one to put in. There is no one else. Like there isn't LVE's gone. Like the size factor is completely out of the equation. They have to play a different way because of the size that's on this team.
and that's why I think Rashawn would probably get more playing time because Damone Clark, Damone Clark is great sideline to sideline. And we also miss Overshawn. Overshawn would have been a great asset to this linebacker core if he was healthy, but we know what happened with Overshawn with the ACL. But I would not be surprised you see Rashawn Evans as probably your star because he's a big body and he can actually play downhill. So I don't know. But with that being said, man, Michael Parsons is still facing the same situation. He is not getting any calls. They're talking about protecting the offensive player. And he has every reason to feel the way he's feeling right now. And I'm gonna let you guys respond to that. But I want to show you this video. I got a video, guys. I want y'all to see this real quick. Got a video.
Got a video.
All right, we got a video.
Yeah, got a video.
But let's get into this video real quick, man, because I want y'all. So And this is something that basically he got a legitimate gripe. So let's hear him out.
What is the point of playing defense anymore in the NFL if you cannot make hits? DeMonte KZ just lost money and just got suspended for the rest of the season for making a legal hit. They are making it almost impossible to play defense in the NFL. Football will be flag football in about 5-10 years. If you can't handle the sport, don't play it. Where is the space for defense? We're penalizing and taking money from people's families for playing the way the game should be played. It's just ridiculous.
Damn, give it up for Michael Parsons. So, Rue, has the game turned to flag football? I mean, does he have a legitimate gripe? How you feel about what he had said?
For that specific thing, yes, he absolutely has a legitimate gripe because defensive players are held to a completely different standard than offensive players. The game is centered around protecting the offense, not so much the defense, and it's shown to you in the rules and how they play the game. The only thing the defense really gets is what, like hands to the face. I mean, for the most part, the rules are centered around protecting the offense. These guys are expected to make an adjustment mid-air, mid-contact. You know, you're going for the gut. Guy takes a dive, like he explains in that situation. Guy dives because of a bad pass. You know who else agrees with him too? It's Tom Brady. Tom Brady talked about how there's certain passes you didn't make back in the day. There's certain throws you didn't do because you'd get your guy killed.
Facts.
And, I'm not saying to bring back the helmet to helmet stuff. I'm not saying to do all that, but sometimes it is incidental. And I don't want to get into the game of incidental, not incidental, but the fact is, man, it's not always, malicious. And it's usually pretty easy to tell. It's, when somebody's really going for it, you can tell. And when somebody's, trying to do the right thing, a lot of times when you see these hits, when they're super close, you'll see that their faces are up, their heads away. It's a grazing blow to the head. But I mean, that's all it really takes sometimes. These guys are moving at a high rate of speed. My biggest thing for Micah, though, bro, be quiet, dude. Just be quiet, man. Just stop. And I'm really, man, and I'm not hating on him. Like, I'm really not. It's not about him, like, not speaking or not having a platform and all this shit, bro. But, bro, you're on the most watched team in the NFL. You are the star of this team. This podcast shit, you can do it when everybody else does it when you retire. Do it in the off season. Don't do it now and stop talking about these referees, man. Just stop. I am begging you as a fan. Just stop, bro. Just stop. Talk about something else. I mean, look at Kelsey. Even Kelsey, Jason, and Travis. They're not having great years, bro. How many times you seen Jason get highlighted? I mean, just recently for the false start, like the most dumb shit. Like you started here at your feet, open it all the way up here, and it's like the rule and da 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 da.
Well, that's an old center trick. Yeah, I played center. I did that shit all the time. I mean, but you can't do it anymore. You can't do it. You just can't.
Still, like, and look at Travis. Travis isn't leading his team in touchdowns right now. Travis doesn't look like he's heading for a 1,000-yard season this year. This shit, like, it gets in the way, man. It gets in the way. Focus on football right now. You're one of the best players in the fucking league. There'll be plenty of time to do this podcast shit. There'll be plenty of time when you're done. You keep talking about these referees, they're going to keep not giving you calls like the superstar that you are. Superstars like Micah Parsons get calls. It works in basketball, it works in the NFL. They get calls. When you're a superstar like that, you get calls. But when you're dogging these referees every single week, every single year, bro, you're gonna get it. They gonna turn the blind eye.
They're gonna turn that blind eye.
Look good to me. Look good to me. He had his arms inside your chest. Gotta eat your, get your protein in, my guy. They're just gonna fuck with you. They don't want to be messed with. They don't want to be talked about. They don't want to be in the news. How many referees' names do you know? Except for Ed Hockley. That's the only one you know. That's the only one you know. And it's because he's a fucking, he's a giant. Like, he's a big ass dude. And his name is Hockley, right? It's like fucking Hercules is a referee and shit.
Yeah.
His name is just
A
memorable.
dude does like this,
Everybody
he's
else, you don't
flexing
know
like,
these
damn,
damn
look at them
referees.
traps.
They want to keep it that way, man. They want to keep it that way. They don't like to be, and it's like a little club, and you ain't in it. Like that's just what it is,
Yeah.
bro.
Yeah.
And like I get it. It's for your brand and all that other shit. But bro, just if you just focus on the football,
Yeah.
you won't have to work
Well,
ever again.
yeah. And you know, like I said, we've seen what home cooking looks like when we play
I'm not
Philadelphia
saying
in
he's not
Philadelphia.
being held. I'm
Yeah.
not saying that. But he's not getting the
Yeah.
calls either. There
He's
might be
not.
a reason
He's
for that.
not. And it's sad that he has to experience that because there are several times that he's getting held, and like you said, it may be because he's getting on this damn podcast, running his mouth, so they making him work for it. So, you know, that could be the case. What do you think, big fella?
We kind of saw this with Cam Newton back in the days, didn't we? The whole Cam Newton
Yeah.
when he would get
Yeah.
calls and he was out there calling
Yeah.
out the refs, and you know, I think there was a famous
As
thing
if
where
they
he
was trying to take him out. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
and I think he came out and said that one of the refs told him like he wasn't, I don't know if he wasn't seasoned enough or something. He came out to that extent saying pretty much
Just play
you're new to
football.
the
Play
game.
football.
You know, so I feel like that's kind of where it's the whole Micah thing, and I'm with you. I think that if you're this employee and you keep talking about, hey man, my boss ain't shit. Yeah, I don't think my boss is gonna treat me right, man.
And he see it, like
I
he
mean,
see you talking shit.
yeah, they see you and they, and it's just like, all right, okay, bet, so but we all know, we all see it. He's getting held. He's not getting the calls. We see it. We see the difference between other teams and us, how we don't get these calls, but and maybe there's a reason behind it, so who knows? But yeah, I'm with you, Ru. I feel like maybe, keep it for the off season and then tell us how you felt about certain games.
Okay, that's what's up. So, big fella, we need the game plan for this Sunday. We playing at 3:25 again this Sunday against the Miami Dolphins. You actually have, I don't even think I brought this up. You got 4 playing against 5. And what that means is this is a defensive matchup. It's going down. So, yeah, you got your number 4, which that's Miami, going against your number 5 defense, which is the Cowboys. So, big fella, what is the game plan? I mean, now you're the coach of this Dallas Cowboy team. Now, this is a crucial game for your team, coach. I want to know, what is your plans to take it on this high-powered Miami Dolphins team? We're giving you the floor. Give them the big screen.
All right. Well, can I address the Micah thing real quick though? I didn't get a chance to
Sure.
say anything about that, but then I'm gonna get right back to Miami. Actually, I was watching the Speak today, the worst sports show in the history of mankind. But what they said, because they talked about this thing, what they said was actually true. And we discussed it before. The Dallas Cowboys are the most loved and the most hated team in the NFL. Okay. And people cheer for the Cowboys' demise and for the Cowboys' win. So when Micah go and does what he does, you fueling the fire. So when you fueling the fire, bro, you're not going to get the Jordan rules, because it should be Michael Parsons rules right now, because the way he plays is so exciting, so is aggressive. It is. But I agree with rules. Shut up, bro. Now, that play that happened where the guy got suspended for the rest of the year, bro, it's the rules. We all hate the rules. We all hate the rules that the NFL has now against the defense. We all hate it, but we all know the rules too. Because as soon as I saw it, I saw, oh, man, that man gone. I didn't think they were going to suspend him for the rest of the year, but they did. So, Mike, just be okay. But now, I'm the coach now, and I'm getting ready for these Miami Dolphins, right? So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to call a big team meeting, and I'm going to say, look here, man. It's us versus them. It's the clash of the Titans. Both teams trying to get to a point where we can prove that we can beat winning teams. And then we definitely trying to prove that we can win on the road. Okay? So number one, what we need to do, we need to establish Cowboy football first. So what is Cowboy football? Are we throwing the ball? Are we running the ball? Are we blitzing? What is Cowboy football to me? So to me, Cowboy football is getting the ball downfield, passing 10 to 15 yards, and then our run game is a complementary thing. But if we get to run the ball, stick to it. If we got a plan, stick to it. If the plan ain't working, don't wait for halftime to make adjustments. Do it right there on the field. And like Ruben's saying, for the last 6 weeks, these penalties are killing us because you can't have these asinine plays in the playoffs. It'll cost you the game. So you can't go to Miami and you do these same dumb things. You got to be a professional athlete and be on your A game for the rest of the year. We've already said there's no more trap games. The Cowboys been in the playoffs for the last 3 weeks. This is another playoff game. And they have to go to Miami and put foot in the Dolphins' ass. Now, are they going to do it? We don't know. Because which team going to show up? Because with the team that played in Buffalo, they're going to put 70 on our ass. But if it's the team that played against the damn Eagles the last couple of weeks, we're going to beat the Dolphins. So we're going to wait and see which team we got. And I really, Miami, everybody think Miami going to throw the ball on us. It's a copycat league. Miami going to come out running the damn ball, and you better stop them. We need 3 and outs. And I ain't talking about our offense.
Yep.
Well, all right. Well, you heard it first from Coach, a.k.a. Big Fella. Give it up for the coach.
Yeah.
That was a great pep talk. I hope they heard. They need to be listening to this. Allow me to put in sports. You are the coach of the Dallas Cowboys. Get ready to go in and play these feisty, speedy, never go away Miami Dolphins. How are you going to beat these Dolphins? You got the floor.
Get ready to answer. You hold on to the seat of your pants and just be ready to put up some points and go and score, because that's what you're going to have to do in this game. The defense is going to have to come up big with the turnovers in this spot. That's the only way I can see you kind of getting any kind of leg up on Miami right now in terms of how they look on the offensive side of the ball. When it comes to the defensive side of the ball, you got some familiar faces over there that you should be able to take advantage of on the outside. I'm just saying. I think that should be something that we should be able to do relatively well against the Dolphins. But when it comes to their offense, Achin and Mozart are going to be big aspects to what they're doing. I 100% agree with Chris. It's definitely going to be something that we have to stop. But then you look on the other side and it's like Jalen Waddle and Tyreek Hill. Everybody better be ready. Be ready for anything. Really all the only thing that's going to save you in this game is to be disciplined. Stay in your assignment. Be disciplined. Don't get out of position, because their speed will kill you. And if you're in the wrong spot, they'll be gone. They can score on any given play. That's a fact. They can score on any given play. Any single one of their offensive stars can go for 75 yards in a tub very, very quickly, and you have to stay disciplined against them. When it comes to the offense, be ready to answer. You have to answer. You have to answer the call this game. You're going to have to convert the 3rd and 8. You're going to have to convert the 3rd and 3. You're going to have to convert. You're going to have to find ways to adjust. You're going to have to find ways to win. And you're going to have to find ways to stay on the field and keep your defense off. Because if they're not on offense, they can't score. That's the only way you're going to be able to shut this team down. That's how it's going to have to happen. That's how it has to happen. You stay on the field, they don't get on the field. That's how you win this game. Time of possession is how you win this game. Control the clock, control the tempo, make it your game, and that's the way you win. That's how you beat this team.
Agree. All right. Give it up for Coach Aru. All right. So with that being said, now we got Coach Armando. You are getting ready to play this team, and they're fired up and they're playing at home in great weather. And they're gonna play the bully role, but you got to come up with some type of blueprint to beat this team. So, what are you doing, Coach? You got the floor.
I'm gonna harass Tua Tagovailoa. I'm gonna harass him, and I'm gonna, just like DeMarcus said, I'm gonna hit
What's
him in
his
the
name?
mouth and I'm keep hitting him. We have to make him get rid of that ball. We can't. We know that he likes to get that ball out quick. I do agree with Crystal that it's a copycat league and they're gonna try to run the ball. So we have to dominate the trenches, man. We got to dominate for sure and come out and hit him in the mouth, man. We have to. We got to show our dominance because I honestly feel like it's a must win. We have to show out. We can't go out to Buffalo and you hear the noise about us beating these good teams and how we can't do it and we can't win on the road. And now we have
Yeah.
another test on the road, a big
Right.
team, a contending team. You have to go out and punch him in the mouth. You
Yeah.
have to. You have to show
Yep.
some sort of dominance because if not, then you're just gonna go right back to square
Yep.
one and we're just gonna be like, okay, so we're back to being pretenders instead of contenders.
Good stuff. Good stuff. Give it up. Give it for Coach Armando. Give it up. All right. I'm going to what do you call it? Oh, what is it called?
G,
It's called
G,
I'm
can I
going
say
to
one other thing? Can I say one thing before you go?
come on, man. Go
Miami,
ahead.
Miami thinks the Cowboys is the game they can win because their last 3 games is a gauntlet too. It's the Cowboys, it's the Ravens, and it's the Bills. So they think we can get the Cowboys, so we can get one of these games. So that's how they treat. I mean, that's honestly how they thinking. Oh, the Cowboys is the weak game in this. So that's another thing where you gotta show some intestinal fortitude.
Yep.
When you go to Miami because they think you the easy game.
Yeah.
What
That's
is it?
so
1.5
true.
underdogs?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I
Yeah, I
haven't
think
checked
so.
the
Yeah,
line.
one and a
Rue,
half.
you know the line?
Yeah.
Shit, I haven't looked.
Yeah, that's what it is. 1.5. That's last time I
It's
checked.
1.5.
Really?
Yep.
It's 1.5.
So Vegas favors us then. It
Yeah.
opens at 3.
Everybody's picking Dolphins to win.
Home team is supposed to get -3, especially a team like the Dolphins should have started at 3. I would have thought, but 1.5, Vegas leans us. That's a
Yeah.
1.5 point swing our way.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Miami's favored by 1.5 right now.
So listen, guys, I got to
they
do this,
telling
man.
you something, kind
I
of.
got to
Yeah,
do
they
this.
telling
telling
you
you something.
They're telling you we're gonna win.
They telling you
Well,
something.
we control our own destiny. Damn it, ain't nobody else gonna give it to us. You got to go out there and play some damn smash mouth football, make them adjustments, and hit them in the mouth. All this pass, you cannot win playing passive. You got to take risk in this league. You're gonna have to do something. If something's not working, hell, if you got to pull somebody because they can't do the job, put somebody else in.
Thank you.
That's how you do the game. All this, well, he's been paid big money. I don't give a damn if he's not doing his job. Next man up. We got to get back to this bully mode and all these, all this other stuff about, these other teams we played New York. Okay, fine. This is where we have to prove our point. People say, "Oh, y'all don't want to see I don't give a damn. Line them up." That's why I say line them up, and that's who we're gonna play. May the best man win. But again, it goes back to who prepares the best. Any team that's out there that's content where they are in the game, they're setting themselves up for failure. But for a team to continue to make adjustments and set themselves up to do better and be better, are setting themselves up for success. Now, I don't know which team we are, but we're going to find out on Sunday. But with that being said, that's all I have to say. But I got to do this here real quick, guy, before he gets off. But man, I got to give a big shout out to Robert Barone, man. I got to give a big shout out to him, man. He got great news, man. He's still in remission from pancreatic cancer. And he said, thanks be to God. So we have to give it up to Robert. Robert, we got something for you. Something coming your way, man. I need you to, let me see. I got to get my email to Robert. We got something for Robert. Let me see. Do I have it up there? Moderator, do I have my email up there? Because I need him to email. I got to get something to him. But man, that's such a blessing. He also said basically, we're gonna give you a shout. I saw your comment, brother. I need you to write that. I want you to write that email down, and we're gonna send something your way. Because man, I tell you what, you are truly a trooper, brother, and we appreciate you being a part of this channel, man. And I mean, we look forward to seeing you every time. So, man, write this email down, or you can go back to the video, but and send me your address and things like that. And we got something coming your way, man. So let's give it up again for
Shout
Robert,
out
man.
Rob, man.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Speaking,
So,
speaking as a former cancer survivor myself, I know the things you go through, Robert. I'm telling you, sometimes that road can get lonely. But hey, man, keep fighting it, brother. Keep fighting. And hey, the Cowboy Huddle is with you, and you always in our
we
prayers,
with you,
brother.
brother. We with you. So we got some things that we're gonna do with you, brother. So we definitely finna do that. I promise you, we got something for you. But so with that being said, we getting a little late in the game. So let's come up with these scores. We'll start with you, 21. Let's get with these scores and what the final score gonna be come Sunday. So what do you got?
It's my lucky number, baby. 21-10 Cowboys, baby. 21-10 Cowboys.
Yay! Y'all heard it. 21-10. Give it up. All right, everybody else, put your scores up there. Let's see what you got, what you're going with. Okay. Allow me to butt in sports. Oh.
I got a dog fight. 34-31 Cowboys. It's gonna be a race to the finish.
Yes, what's up? All right, give it up. All right, big fella. Coach, what's the score and what do you think? Who's winning?
Cowboys 28, Dolphins 27.
Ooh.
Dang.
Damn.
That is a dog fight.
Yeah, that's a
man, that's no nails. All
Hey,
right,
man, we in the playoffs, man. That's what happened when
you
you're in the playoffs. When you're in the playoffs, man, they dog fights, man. You know, like Rules say, it's a dog fight, man.
Environment.
Because both teams need this win. Both teams. So yeah,
if they lose this game, the Bills are in first place in the East.
Yep.
If they lose this game, Bills win.
Yeah.
Like I'm telling you, like it's this one's gonna be, bro. All of these teams got desperate. I didn't expect them all to get desperate. They all got desperate. All of them. Miami, the Lions, obviously the Bills who we just played. They're all desperate.
We're getting to that home
stretch.
It's gonna be a dog. December is here. It's upon us.
Yeah. And I'm going to say 28-24. Look at that. So wait, we ain't got the same one. 28-24 Cowboys.
Oh, man.
Yeah. That's how close it's going to be, man. I mean, again, I go along with what Rue was saying as well, man. Our blueprint, the scheme of this game is our best defense is our offense. You got to pound this ball, move the chain. I'm going to say this real quick. I've been playing a Pee Wee team, White Settlement. We was really super, super fast, real quick, real fast. And they knew how fast we were. Bam! We was fastest. Anyway, but that's how fast we were. When we hit them outside, we scoring quick. White Settlement came out there with a wishbone offense. You hear me? And all they did was 4 yards of carry. Off tackle right, off tackle left. Off tackle right, off fullback, quarterback keep. You know what their game plan was? And he told me, I said, Coach, that was a well plan. He said, yeah, our game plan was to keep your offense off the field. Smart. And they beat us 8-6.
Yeah.
You hear me? So this got to be our game plan. Okay, so you want to hear your score again? Did you get your score, Mondo?
21-10 Cowboys.
Woo! You mean to tell we gonna hold Miami to 10 points?
We gonna surprise everybody. We gonna stop all that. I'm telling you, man.
It can't be done because
we'll see what happens.
And he's not wrong, because if they can frazzle Tua and make it an ugly day for Tua, man, and make them rely on Tua, take the run away, then they'll have problems.
I'm not worried about Tua. We got to stop this damn run. I mean, I can care less. We saw Josh. What we gonna do? Oh, we're gonna sit back and not let Josh throw the ball. And get what they did. Whoop, 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 whoop. So we got to come up with a game plan rule. We can't sit here and watch Tua throw the ball. No, we got to. Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna stop this run first. What I'm not gonna do is allow these guys to do what Buffalo did to it, and I'm gonna trust my DBs to man up and maybe throw a few blitz packages in there just to kind of ruffle him up. But dude, we cannot let this team run for another 150 something yards. We just cannot. But again, we will see. The tails of the tape will tell who prepared the best. So here we are, guys. Yeah. Well, we have taken up all these folks' time, man. I hope we gave them what they wanted to hear tonight. I really do. And we missed old Mikey tonight, so I guess for sure he'll be here next week. So Flash said we better hear. Here we go. Oh, I don't know, man. That's what we was talking about. But with that being said, guys, we got to keep it moving, y'all. Hey, say that again.
I said, I hope we hear it. I hope we hear that. Here we go this week. Or
shoot.
I mean,
all right, Robert. I hope you got that email. Throw that email up there one more time, moderator. What you got, Rue?
And I was just saying, man, I you know what? They shouldn't have to do a silent count now that I think about it. I wonder how big. I wonder, I guess Miami probably show up just because they're doing super good right now and they got a lot of really good players. But I feel like there'll be Cowboys fans in Florida too. You know what I mean? Like I'm curious because it won't be like New York. The Buffalo, the Bills are packed with Bills fans. Like it's the Bills. That place is a different kind of place to play. But in Florida, there's got to be some Cowboy fans out there. I'm really curious what that stadium is going to look like.
When I went to the Tampa game,
everywhere. Heck yeah,
I saw a lot of them.
So I'm curious.
I just hated this game was on Christmas Eve because that was the game I was going to. I was going to.
Bro, I was this close.
Christmas Eve, the wife wasn't playing that.
Nah. I was this damn close.
Serious Christmas Eve. You sure right. All right, guys, let's round this thing up, man. So, hey, it's been another good outing for tonight, and we appreciate everybody being a part of this, man. I tell you what, like I say, none of this is possible, man, and it's not without you guys, man. So we just appreciate all our subscribers and all those that follow us. And now let's prepare for these ugly Miami, I don't know, light blue and white colored, funny-looking color uniforms, and let's beat the brakes off of them. Okay, so with that being said, like I always say, don't nothing come to a sleeper but a dream. So let's make it happen. Dallas Cowboys.